things that can happen. If you make 800% more, your stock can go up 800%. Your stock could go up 800% in a year. Yes,
Fun.
yes, I own a lot. Sprott Physical Silver Fund, Sprott Silver Equities. Those two are the ones that I own. Pretty big, yes. I'm a disciple of Michael Oliver's at MSA Consulting. And I think he's been so right on what to expect in the metals. And
You just heard it. Eric Sprott owns a massive amount of physical silver, silver funds, and top silver equities. He's not just invested, he's convicted, but that's just the beginning. In this video, he dives deep into what's driving the gold and silver surge, the explosive potential of silver stocks, the brewing commercial short squeeze, and why big institutions are finally paying attention. Stick around, because what Eric says next could change how you see this entire market.
I don't mind the Royal Canadian Mint at all. No, it's a good place. I'd much rather have it there than a bank, by the way, whose job seemingly is to manipulate the price of silver and gold. I love free gold. I love the fact that, in my mind, they have 30 million ounces, okay? They said it was 22, but they said we'll get 72% recovery. But they've already said they can get 90% recovery using some other method. So they shouldn't have taken that 28% of all the gold off. So I think they really have 30 million ounces. And that's before the recent drilling. And the recent drilling has been very, very good. And there's no way that this is the biggest undeveloped deposit in the developed world. Undeveloped deposit in the developed world.
Gotcha.
So somebody's going to come by and do it. I actually went to a gold company as sort of a representative of free gold, and I said, of course, they think they're trying to sell them the shares of free gold. You know what? I'd like to buy your mill. It's a bit of an understatement to say that we're having a good month. I mean, we're having one of the greatest years of all time, okay? And it seems to want to just keep going. So instead of you and I being the two guys complaining at the Muppet Show from the balcony, we can maybe have smiles on our faces now and say, well, I told you so, right? And I said, and I've had to fight the manipulation for 25 years.
Yeah.
And it ended in gold at 2000. And I think it's over in silver now at $35. Now that we're at 37. So it's been a 25-year fight. We all know about the guys messing around in COMEX and the fact that, the COMEX price of gold would probably, if you just traded COMEX every day, they'd probably be about $100 an ounce. Right. But if you traded out of COMEX, it'd probably be 50,000 an ounce. It just tells you what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get into it. Sure. Well, as you know, I'm a disciple of Michael Oliver's at MSA Consulting. And I think he's been so right on what to expect in the metals. And he was so good on gold and the gigantic move we had. And of course, he's been pounding the table on silver, that silver is going to, break through 35. And when it breaks through 35, it's going to be a run of, 3 to 5 months to get to 50, potentially 60 and 70 this year. So even from here, let's take his upside target. Oh my God. If silver ever went to $70 and the average silver producer's $20 cost, which is high, he's making $50 an ounce of silver. Do we know how much these stocks are going to go up by?
Yeah.
Because at $25, the guy probably didn't even make $5, and now he's making 30. He's making 6 times as much. Or at $70, he's making whatever that is, 800% more money. So, it's just mind-boggling things that can happen. If you make 800% more, your stock can go up 800%. Your stock could go up 800% in a year if it went to 70.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the gold. Every time I look at a gold producer, I think, oh my God, the little ones, it's trading at 1 times next year's cash flow. When's the market going to catch up to this? And when I look at these stocks, when I look at any stock these days, if somebody told me it's going to go up 5 times, I say, well, I'm not interested in that. I want a 10 bagger or a 20 bagger. And of course, I'm assuming the prices go up and stay up. And even in the case of gold, they don't even have to assume they're going to go up. They're already up.
Right.
When I look at the difference in margins today at $3,400 gold versus 2,000, it's stunning. They're probably making 15 times more profit. 15. And the stocks really have not reacted as wholesomely as they could and will do, because people are just starting to focus in on it. It's the one best performing group for sure. I think I read that the weighting of stocks, gold stocks in all portfolios is like 0.25%. Okay.
Right.
And somebody saying,
Right.
well, maybe you should have. And by the way, I have 90%. Okay. Just so everybody knows. And that percentage is going up fast these days because my cash ain't giving me nothing. And I don't have much cash, needless to say. But, you know, but somebody's saying, well, you should have 2% in gold, which of course is a flimsy little participation. To get 2%, quite frankly, the stock's got to go up 8 times because there's probably hardly any net new issuance because yes, the smaller companies are doing issues. The bigger companies are buying their shares back and they're probably spending more money buying the shares back than the little companies are raising money because they're cash flowing $1 billion a quarter and they all got stock buybacks and dividends and things like that. So anyway, I'd say it's the pool of stocks is shrinking and we want people to have 8 times more in stocks. Well, how the hell are you going to do that? You got to drive the price up by 8 times.
Yeah.
That's to get to 2%. When the average guy should be 10 or 20%. Well, I think we are. And I do believe that it's been manipulated for the last 40 or 50 years. We see that. We know that 8 banks have most of the shorts. Well, why banks? Why only 8? Why that big? I mean, there's no logical reason for it other than it was a market that they could mess around in because of their sheer size and working together. And now they realize that, which they saw happen in gold. Oh my God, people really want to buy this stuff and they're buying it from us. And we don't have enough gold anymore. And we all know that in silver, we've had a 200 million ounce shortage for the last 4 years. We'll have one again this year. People are taking gold off the COMEX and silver off the COMEX every day. On the COMEX, every day, the spot month trades some amount of metal that gets asked for delivery the next day. This never happened before. You and I have been around this. There were never any deliveries. Now there's massive deliveries all the time.
Right.
And who's buying it? Well, I presume that they just have to buy it to cover their damn short. So I think silver, as Michael says, is probably going to go to 50 very quickly here, 3 to 5 months. It can blow through here. I've never believed in the 100-to-1 ratio between gold and silver. Ever believed in it. Why did that happen? It's produced 8-to-1. It's in the Earth's crust, something like 10-to-1. Historically, as a currency, was 15-to-1. Why is it at 100-to-1? Why was it at 100-to-1? Because someone was manipulating it and suppressing it. Because it's a very important metal, silver. Very important, particularly for the military. All those missiles that are being firing off around the world. They consume a lot of silver. And there's so many other uses. There's no sense me going into it. Everyone knows about that. But I think we're in a shortage situation in silver, and God knows how high it could go. If Michael's Oliver, I think his target on gold is 8,000, the way outside target. Well, if you went to 15-to-1, what would that be? Like $200, $400, something like that. Yeah, it's a big number. I'm pretty certain they're looking because, and I've said this many times to you and then your listeners, if every day the computer spits out and says the best performing group was precious metals, next day, precious metals. After a while, even the analyst who's reading this, and they go, well, what's with this precious metal stuff here? The fact that, is silver up 50% this year and gold's up over 50%, something like that. I don't know what the hell the numbers are, but big numbers, okay, in a rather difficult stock market. And they will all come around. We see it now in one sense. When there are issues done for these smaller companies, they're very well subscribed, if not massively oversubscribed. So they're out there, okay, looking in. And when it comes to the metals, you know that the metal supply of gold only goes up 1% a year. 1.
Right.
How the hell does somebody, come in and buy more gold when there's only 1% more gold that year? You don't get many guys in, okay? And as I just went through with the stocks might not even be growing, the number of shares that you can buy. They might be shrinking. So it's not easy to get in. And that's why one can imagine we could see like outer worldly gains here. We've already seen it in lots of stocks, okay? I can't believe the number of times. Oh, gee, I think I have shares in that company. Let's go look and see what it's doing. Oh my God, it doubled, Some name I haven't even looked at in 5 years. And in the last 2 months, it's doubled, right? And I can see why people are going there because people are getting interested in all kinds of metals too. Platinum, palladium, rhodium, I hear about gallium,
Copper.
Germanium, all kinds of copper. I mean, there's a move to get into these things. So it's a great time for us right now. And I think we'll have lots of days in the sunshine.
Eric Sprott just laid out the real story behind silver, gold, and the coming market shakeup. If you're paying attention, now's the time to act smart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because the next move in silver might happen faster than anyone expects, and you'll want to be ready.